Okay, hello dear friends. Now let's blah blah on another topic that is about stress and panic. So one friend asked me to do a video about panic. So I think I can talk about it because last night I had a panic attack. And my son was preparing for his final, and he had some worksheet, and he could not work out calculus. And I tried. I could not work it out because I have never learned calculus. And I started to learn calculus because I want to do homework with him. And I started to learn from Khan Academy, Christina's Christina's math videos, 3 brown and 1 blue, and all this, and Shan Math. It's a Taiwanese lady, Taiwanese mathematician or math teacher, math professor. So I learned I can start to do some, but still there are a lot of things I could not do. And I searched online, searched here and there, and just could not understand some of the problem, the explanation. It didn't make any sense. And then I went back home at 8. I started to do it. Had a little bit of dinner, and 8, 9, 10, 3 hours I could not solve this problem. Until 11, my son was exhausted. I still could not solve the problem. And everyone was exhausted. My husband came to help, and I just could not solve that problem. He learns French, he learned mathematics, 30, 40 years ago, calculus, and it was very stressful in my family. I speak Chinese, 正弦、余弦, sine, cosine, and 导数 derivative. And my husband speaks in French, sinus, cosinus. Anyway, and then my son in English. Already the math problem is stressful enough with 3 languages to explain, trying to explain, and nobody had really a clue about it. You can imagine how stressful that is. Anyway, so I worked until 12 o'clock, and then I searched here and there, and finally I think I have found so many things. I found exactly one problem, that is that problem, and I saw how they do it. Bling, it clicked. At 12:30 I found that, and my son already fell asleep, went to his bed, and I jumped up and opened up his door and said, I found the answer. And then we sit together and see how they solve this problem, and then try to understand. You know, sometimes you see the answer, it does not give you the skill and knowledge of understanding it. You still need to process it to understand. It does not help. It can help to copy it, but it's not really used. You have to internalize it and own that problem. So we sit down and talk and discuss about it, and then we solved that problem. It was such a relief. From that moment, I looked for another problem, and then I solved it. And I think all this, it shows one thing. Although I spent 3 hours and did not find a solution, that 3 hours was the labor that is required until I find that moment I found the solution. It is not possible that do dan gu suddenly you find the solution. And if you find the solution immediately without making effort, that solution is not solid enough or impactful enough or deep enough that really help you to understand the problem. So my 3 hours, 4 hours, the pain of looking for a solution, the stress of searching around, and the desperation of unable to understand, all these are the base, the foundation of later on finding that solution. And my son could not sleep, and I told him, we made effort at 12 o'clock. I told him, we made our effort. If we made our effort and we still cannot solve that problem, we can accept the fact because we tried. It's not that we did not try, and we give ourselves the opportunity to regret. No, we tried. And even we tried, we cannot solve. It's our ability. It's our knowledge. It's there is a missing point that is beyond our ability. So we already tried. And if we could not solve that problem, it's the limitation of our ability. It's not that we didn't try, we made our effort. And when do we, if we have a problem, better we think what the reason of this problem. That can help relaxing us a little bit, and that can help us to find the solution to those problems. I remember when I first, many years ago, I was the school team of field and track and field team. And I was doing the running 200 meters, 400 meters. And I worked very hard a whole year. And then I went to the city's competition, not city district, not yet city. And I was standing on the starting line. Get set, ready, bang. I jumped too fast. So I got one penalty. Go back. And then the second time, get set, ready, bang. I jump ahead of time, another penalty, and then the person, the judge or something came to me. Okay, this is the second time. The third time, you are out. And then the third time came, get set, ready, bang. I was ahead of time also. I was so stressed that I prepared the whole year and did not get a chance to participate that match. Or I lost my qualification by running too ahead of time. That is stress. Why am I so stressed? Because I want to be good, but I'm just not that good. You see, Usain Bolt, he was not stressed. He sometimes starts one of the later one, and still he can run as fast as the first one. and he became the first one of the game because he has the ability, the quality, or the skill of himself. There are times we have such a strong view and we have such a high expectation of ourselves that we ignore our ability. It's because it's too hard for us.
So now both Jane and I have our exit interviews with Melissa. I think one of them at 1 o'clock and one of them at
It's because it's too hard for us, and we have no chance to reach. So we stressed out. If we prepare ourselves, if we go to the right matching, and if we have confidence, we will not be so stressed. That day I was matching, 30, 40 years ago, I was matching with the top of Beijing, top of the city district. They are all better than me. Of course, I was stressed out. If I was relatively the same as them, maybe I will be less stressed out. We can call it a game. At that particular situation, it was not a game. I did not have the ability to win it. So our stress comes from our expectation, comes from we force ourselves too much to reach an unreachable expectation. Another thing I want to say is about preparation. We are stressed because we haven't done enough. For examination, tomorrow is examination, and before tomorrow, yesterday, today, yesterday, the day before yesterday, last week, last month, last year, I had fun all the time. I did not even touch my book. Of course, I'm stressed because I didn't put any effort into it. And it's a real thing to take an exam, right? So I didn't do my share of labor. And now it's time that all my laziness, all my fooling around start to pay off, to punish me, to haunt me. So I am stressed out. So prepare yourself and understand you have a life, not only today, not only this moment. You have much more than one moment of your life. So you need to prepare yourself and work hard. If there is a problem in test, I promise there is everything on the internet. I spent 4 hours and I found exactly the same problem. And if you spend 3 hours, you will find a similar problem. You will find answer to everything. It takes time. It takes effort to look for it, but it will pay you. And once you made your effort, you worked hard, on these problems. You can accept. If you did not work hard and you did not have a good result, you know the reason of that failure is that you didn't try. And you will hate yourself, and you will regret, and you will blame yourself. And there is so much this remorse feeling and regret and self-deprecation and self-disbelief, self-blaming in yourself. And that is a very bad feeling, that you do not do something that you let yourself down. So work hard. And once you work hard, you can put your heart and soul at peace. At least you can put yourself at peace. Okay, I worked hard, and this problem, I worked 3 hours and could not find a solution. You can say okay with your effort, at least in the equation of problem. To solve problems, you need effort, you need knowledge, you need skill. You are missing skill and knowledge, but at least you have already paid one portion of it, that is effort, right? So to avoid having panic attack, number one thing is eliminate the chance that give you this panic attack. That is prepare yourself. That is make effort. That is to do whatever you need to do and just go ahead, do it. No complaining, no daydreaming, no browsing internet for useless things. Do the things that is useful, that is important for you. And then you can stay at peace with it. Okay, now we talked about effort, we talk about your own skill level. And the third thing is that, and on the other hand, you have to understand, we have to understand, our life is more than just one test. It's more than just one moment. Understand, it doesn't help to be stressed out. Allow yourself to be stressed. Allow yourself to have a panic attack. And also allow yourself to recover from it. If you take it too serious, oh, I'm panic attack, I'm so bad, you scare yourself out. You have no way to come back to recover. You allow yourself the total freedom to be panic in front of your husband, in front of your family, because these are the closest people that you can do bad things. You know what I'm saying, right? I do not have panic attack in front of my colleague because they have no relationship with me. I mean, they are another individual. They are not close enough for me to trust them to show my weakness. But your family, you can do it, right? You have your safe place. Your husband will not divorce you because you had a panic attack. And your parents will not give you up because you have a panic attack. They will still love you and keep you. And your husband will still call you wife. And your wife still will get paycheck from you. Yeah, use your paycheck. Anyway, so don't think it's a big deal. Understand, everybody has panic attack. Yang Haiying, even this sage. Anyone have, everyone have. It's no big deal. And allow yourself, accept yourself. And then it becomes much easier to handle. Okay, I had a panic attack. I need to get back to my to myself, to my real conscious. And then this way you will recover much faster, better, and in a more powerful, efficient, effective way. Thank you very much. I love you. I really do. I hope this blah 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 can help you a teeny tiny little bit. Bye bye, friend.